¿Qué tal, mis soldados? ¿Cómo estáis? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo va todo, mi gente de Puerto Rico, de Puerto Banús, del puerto Santa María? ¿Cómo estáis, my friends? ¿Cómo va todo? Pues nada, ha sido un directo sorpresa, no lo he avisado a ningún lado, voy a compartirlo ahora mismo, porque, como dije, vuelvo a los horarios normales, de momento. Y nada, vamos a terminar Metal Gear Solid 2. Sons of Liberty, nos habíamos quedado por el final y ya dejar el espacio para el siguiente, que es Metal Gear Solid 3 de Snake Eater. Tengo muchas ganas de terminarlo. El último directo que fue antes de llegar a esta parte final, la verdad que fue muy intenso, muy bueno. 2 horas y media de directo, cojonudo. Y aquí voy a estar hasta que lo terminemos del tirón. O sea, falta un rato, falta poquito y vamos a darle bien, vamos a darle duro. Estoy compartiéndolo en mis sitios para que la gente se entere y el que quiera entrar, que entre. Y ya está. Y ahora mismo le doy. Vamos a empezar. Vamos a elegir y empezar partida. Y vamos para adelante. ¿Qué tal, Snusix? ¿Cómo estás? Buen día para ti también. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo anda todo? ¿Qué tal? Tú ya te lo terminaste. Vas a tener que aguantar ahora otra vez, ¿no? Vas a tener que ver el final otra vez. Pero bueno, lo que hay. Te lo pasaste por tu cuenta antes de terminarlo yo, así que ahora es lo que toca. Te agradezco mucho que estés aquí, de verdad. Y nada, agradecerte otra vez de nuevo lo que me has hecho ayudándome para la magia de la Play 3. Me he descargado el Silent Hill 2, me he descargado el Soul River 2, Tekken Tag, bueno, alguno que ya sabes tú, el Resident Evil Brick. Bueno, encantado. Y ahora me estoy descargando otro más. Sí, ahora no sé cuál he dejado de descargar, pero he puesto otro. Creo que de Play 1 en esta ocasión. Luego lo miraré. De la aventura con Raiden. Únete. Bueno, pues vamos a darle, vamos a cargar partida. Y como he dicho, nos habíamos quedado justamente cuando nos habían... eh, nos habían esto... Pues, se me olvida, macho. Capturado, o sea, nos han metido en la... Esto va a ser un déjà vu de Metal Gear Solid 1, pero todo tiene su explicación y lo vais a ver. Así que comienza el cine.
Is he still alive?
He was when Olga brought him in. I've checked everything, including the genome data, but there's nothing on this guy. NSA, CIA, FBI. He doesn't exist in any database. He's a non-existent operative from a non-existent organization.
I suspected as much. However, I know this man.
Huh?
Wake him up. It's been a while, hasn't it? Jack the Ripper?
You know this fellow?
You remember me, don't you? You've grown. High concentration of cerebral implants. Have they altered your memory, too? This is my son. I taught him everything. Jack, I never thought I'd see you again.
You know me?
You don't remember. Your name, your skills. Everything you know, you learned from me. The 80s. A civil war. You were one of the best among the child soldiers that fought in that conflict. When you were barely 10 years old, you became the platoon leader of the small boy unit. At the time, your outstanding kill record earned you several nicknames, including White Devil and Jack the Ripper. Jack, I was your godfather. I named you. When the war ended, you disappeared from the relief center. I wondered what happened to you. I should have known they would recruit you.
It's an interesting coincidence.
If he's a lackey for the Patriots, I doubt he knows anything of interest.
What should we do with him?
We'll use him like you suggested.
What about Dead Cell?
Ignore them. Happening again?
Could it be that he's here too?
In another hour, we demonstrate the power of Arsenal gear.
Attack with standard weapons, of course.
Yes, proceed as planned.
At last report, all is well with GW.
How about the troops?
The men are being refitted with Arsenal gear equipment as ordered. You're the spitting image of Big Boss.
Is that so? Perhaps I should be grateful to this kid for that.
This situation, I find it very nostalgic.
Where am I?
Why, inside Arsenal gear, of course. Actually, we're also inside the memory of Shadow Moses. I'll take this back. You don't need this anymore, do you? A foul wind is blowing. We shall speak again.
Don't move. Stay as you are. We're being monitored by a camera.
What are you up to?
I'm switching over to nanocommunication.
Mr. X? Ninja?
Correct. It's me.
I thought you were the leader of the Russian troops.
No, that was just a smokescreen.
A smokescreen?
I was sent to provide you support.
Support? Who sent you? The Colonel?
No, the Patriots.
What?
I deceived my troops, betrayed them.
But why?
My child is being held hostage by the Patriots. It all started 2 years ago when I lost my father during the tanker incident. My men and I had nowhere to go, so we joined forces with an illegal Russian organization.
The Russian Mafia?
Something like that, actually. I learned much later that it was a subordinate organization of the Patriots. I was expecting at the time. When I gave birth to my child, it turned out I was in a hospital run by the Patriots. In the morning, my child was gone. My baby is being kept somewhere in this country.
Have you ever met your child?
No. Once a month they send me a photo of my child via network. I've never even held the child in my own arms.
I see. Given your situation, nobody can blame you for what you did.
That's your opinion.
What about Snake? I thought you were enemies.
He wasn't responsible for my father's death. Actually, we owe him our lives. 2 years ago, they were responsible for getting us out of the sinking tanker alive.
So you were partners since the incident?
No, I only found out the truth shortly before this.
Huh?
When I confronted him here.
You fought with Snake? When?
Well, it was around the time you were holding hands with that girl.
Snake. So you joined hands with him to pay back a debt?
No, mutual gain.
Mutual gain?
My job was to assist you. If Solidus gets away with Arsenal, your mission is a failure. The Patriots would judge that as failure on my part, and terminate my child. Putting it simply, my child's life depends on your success.
So you did it all for your child. But why would the Patriots want to help me? Are they hoping I'll take Solidus out?
No, you're just like me. We're just pawns.
Pawns for what purpose?
The S3 plan.
Huh?
You'll figure it out sooner or later, but I wonder if you'll handle the truth.
What do you mean?
Listen, we haven't got time for this. Solidus will commence his attack any minute. He's got to be stopped.
What about the virus?
No results so far. I think the Patriots have tampered with the program.
Will it work?
I don't know.
Get me out of this thing.
Not yet. I'll release your restraints after I leave this room.
Where's my gear?
Snake's got everything. I couldn't bring it here.
And where do I find Snake?
The passageway ahead leads to a hangar. He'll be waiting there. I gave him a card key for the hangar.
Does Snake plan to destroy Arsenal gear?
No. Even for Snake, it's impossible to completely destroy this thing. The only option is to stop Solidus and his men.
What are you going to do?
Stay concealed. That's my role. I still can't afford to be discovered.
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
Creo que aquí queda un poco más claro lo que pasaba. No sé si vosotros teníais alguna pregunta. Lo vuelvo a repetir. Me podéis preguntar en el chat o en los propios comentarios de los vídeos. No tengo ningún tipo de problema. El plan S3, quedaos con eso, con ese dato. El plan S3, ¿vale? Y que esto obviamente es como... Bueno, atentos ahora.
Jack, are you all right?
Oh, yeah.
Jack, is it true? What Solidus said?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Drafting small children, sending them to war? It's not allowed under international conventions.
ICC rules don't mean a lot in war. Someone told me that there are over 300,000 children in combat right now. I was just one of them.
So you remember. I thought your memory had been manipulated by them.
It was. But I have nightmares every day. Pieces of the past I can't put together.
Why didn't you tell me?
You couldn't begin to understand.
You wouldn't know that until you try me.
I didn't want you to get hurt. There was never a real reason for me to fight, except that someone put a gun in my hand. And that someone was him.
It wasn't your fault.
If I survived the day's fight, I was praised, fed, and had a bed to sleep in. I think I was only 6 when I held my first AK. But I'm not even sure of that.
Jack.
I'm not like Snake. I never questioned why we fought. There was no purpose, no way out. They give you a gun, you ask how many to kill. If you didn't, you were the one they shot instead.
It's okay. No one is blaming you.
We were shown Hollywood action films every day. The kind with macho guys and big guns. They call it image training.
Ugh.
They built us from the ground up into killing machines. We were fed once a day. I can still taste the gunpowder they mixed into the food.
Gunpowder? In the food?
The gunpowder had toluene in it, giving it hallucinogenic properties. It kept us drugged, controllable.
Oh my God!
When the Civil War ended, those of us who survived were taken in by NGOs. They gave me a new life in the States. I can't complain. But nothing's changed. The only people who have no problem with my past have secrets and agendas of their own. Terrible nightmares. Every night. I can never forget.
Jack.
I'm afraid of the night. That's why I don't sleep next to you.
You should have told me.
Told you what? That I'm a killer? And always have been?
No. No.
What I hate more than anything else in the world is my own past. I didn't want you or anyone to know about it. Now I know why I was chosen for this mission. No one can take him on, take him down, except me. I've been kept alive this long for this. I knew as soon as I saw Solidus.
Jack, I love you the way you are now. You have to believe me. I didn't know anything about you, I admit that. Where you were born, how you grew up. But I know that now. And I know that what I feel for you can only get better. And I'll share in your past if that's the price.
It doesn't work that way. No one can share the burden of what I've done. It's not one of those warm and fuzzy things couples share.
I accept the good and the bad, Jack. That's what you do for someone you love.
I don't want to share my past with anyone. I just want to forget about it.
Jack, I haven't told you, about what I've done.
The last 2 years with you, it's been more than I've ever hoped for.
Jack.
But I can't go any farther. I know you want to get married. But I can't. I can't risk starting a family. There's no way to erase my childhood.
It's all right, Jack. Please, don't say any more.
Vale, después de este momento con Rose, ¿vale? Es un momento muy intenso también, porque aquí ya descubrimos que Raiden, una de las razones por las que Kojima creó a Raiden y lo puso también de protagonista era por esto. O sea, Metal Gear tiene este desarrollo de trama y esto, o sea, en su momento todo el mundo odió a Raiden. O sea, a día de hoy Metal Gear Solid 2 ya tiene el papel que... O sea, el valor. Mirad qué culito, vaya cómo está en forma Raiden, Mira, y aún así te hace... Y no se le ve nada. Y no se le ve nada. Madre mía. Pues lo que yo decía, que el tema está en que Kojima hizo a Raiden por esta razón. Y todo también tiene que ver con el plan S3, que lo vais a ver dentro de un momento. Ya estamos en el final. Así que atentos, ¿vale? Vamos a intentar hacerlo muy bien. Vamos a intentar que todo se explique, se entienda bien y que todo vaya como tiene que ir. Pero tenéis que estar muy atentos, porque sí es cierto que es muy difícil que yo lo cuente todo. Así que vamos para allá. Bueno, ahora os digo más cosas. Vale, vamos a activar el radar. Vale. No tiene pilín modelado. No lo tenía, ¿no? En su momento dijo Kojima que no. Para que no se pudiera jugar con eso. De todas formas, mira. Mira el detalle. Me gusta mucho este detalle. Mira la pajita que tiene. Vale, vamos para allá. Ok. Vamos. Arsenal Gear.
Raiden, do you copy? You must continue your mission.
I've lost all my gear. I need to locate Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission, according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
¿Os acordáis en el momento? ¿Os acordáis cuando dije, estáos atentos la voz del coronel, estáos atentos a cómo habla y sobre todo en el momento final? Mira, pues ese no lo sé, Susix, ese no lo sé. No lo sé, ¿eh? No, fíjate, que yo conozco de pe a pa Metal Gear. A lo mejor... ¡Ah! Vale. Vale, igual... ¿Es así? Igual es así. Vale, pues no. No es así. Vale. Pero igual si dejamos que se despierte... Voy a hacerlo porque me lo has dicho tú. Me lo has dicho porque creo que es así, creo que es así, igual me equivoco. Que tenía envidia a los genitales de Raiden. Ahora. A ver. A ver si se despierta. ¿O no? Espérate. Pues se va a despertar. ¡Oh!
I'm under attack. Stay alert.
Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
A ver, un momento. No se pone, se tiene que poner en posición normal, pero tú me entiendes. Creo que sí sé lo que querías decir que se podía hacer con eso. Bueno, lo dicho, vamos a ir para adelante, ¿vale? Cuando veáis los nombres que salen en japonés y lo que quiere decir, ¿vale? Sí, exactamente, sí, eso lo sé, por eso estaba intentando hacerlo. A lo que voy yo es que busquéis en internet. Mira, ahora estamos en... ¿Veis? ¿Veis que dándole al Start, al Options, sale este símbolo que a priori no tiene nada que ver? O sea, y Azabu Yuban, pues eso, buscadlo en internet. ¿Habéis visto cómo las letras son japonesas? Todo tiene que ver con el cuerpo de humano. Con el cuerpo humano, ¿vale? Tiene que ver con el colon, tiene que ver con muchas cosas. Y eso es un easter egg muy cojonudo, porque no solo es aquí, es en todos los nombres a partir de aquí. A partir de aquí el juego se convierte, o sea, como en una especie de que ya se está descubriendo todo. Acordaos que Emma también ha puesto el virus y que ahora vienen muchas revelaciones. Entonces, estáos atentos porque es increíble. Es una de las partes más raras del juego, pero con todo su razón, ¿vale? Vamos a intentar irnos por aquí, un momentito. Vale.
What's that?
Mierda, me han visto, me van a matar, hijos de puta. No. Vale, igual me matan, Nada, me van a matar. Me van a matar porque soy gilipollas y me tiro aquí hablando y explicando las cosas. Bueno, otra cosa, ¿habéis visto esto?
Jack.
Bueno, todavía no. Todavía Mission Failed, vale. Estáos atentos, ¿vale? Vale, acabo de salir aquí. Vale, no voy a hacer nada. Voy a intentar que me vaya. Es que a partir de este momento, Snusix, a partir de como estoy diciendo, es algo que tenéis que estar muy atentos. Porque aquí es donde se descubre todo el pastel de todo lo que es Metal Gear 2. Todo lo que se ha estado viendo, todo lo que se ha estado diciendo, todo lo que has estado escuchando, todo. Y el coronel tiene una parte muy importante, ¿vale? El coronel. Bueno, atentos.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky, to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me, and when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh?
Fine. Forget it.
O sea, son llamadas... Voy a coger todas.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?
Voy a coger todas porque son llamadas erróneas, son llamadas erráticas, son llamadas que algo está pasando. Y algo y todo, o sea, lo que estamos viendo. Mira todos los Metal Gear que hay en masa. Esto es increíble. Y por cierto, aquí hay una cámara. Tengo que tener cuidado con la cámara. Mierda. Mierda, me han visto. Hijos de puta. Joder. Vale. No, me van a matar otra vez. Me van a matar otra vez. Ah, no, no una ración. Un momentito. Me voy a ir de aquí. Porque lo suyo es irse. Ahí va. Lo he bajado. Vale, otra ración. Mira, otra más.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go home.
Cuidado. Vale. No. Vale, muerto. Está claro. Está claro.
This
¿vale?
isn't happening.
Voy a intentar
Jack,
hacerlo.
you have
Voy a
to
intentar
answer
tirar
me.
directamente
Jack,
porque...
Jack.
Sí, es un sí. La primera de Cuarta Pared. Bueno, los adolescentes vídeos del 2000, no. La primera fue con Psicomantis. Que no se te olvide. Mira. Otra.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You
Vale,
can just
es la
go
misma
home.
de antes, pero hay muchas distintas. Voy a coger todas por esa razón. Voy a intentar, no puedo ahogarles, que es lo que me toca mucho los huevos. Y me acuerdo que de subir era por aquí. Ahí tenía que tener mucho cuidado. Había que tener mucho cuidado. Creo recordar. Un momentito. No, es que no tengo el mapa. Es que aquí no hay mapa. ¿Por dónde era, tío? Vale, hay que tener cuidado con la cámara. Vale. Ya. Dame. Coño. Voy a cogerla otra vez.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?
Aunque se repitan las voy a coger porque es que hay muy distintas. A ver que se vaya este cabrón.
He got me. Stay on lookout for the intruder.
Vale. Ya vamos por aquí. Vale. Cuidado. Es por ese lado de ahí.
Infiltrate the enemy fortress, Outer Heaven. Destroy the final weapon, Metal Gear.
O sea, son llamadas que están rotas. Llamadas que no tienen nada que ver. A tomar por culo y vámonos. Llamadas que están rotísimas. Atención ahora. ¿Veis? Ascending colon. Atentos.
Actually, there is something I have been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't. I think you should know, though. On Saturday morning last week, I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room. How should I put it? It was like they were intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but...
O sea, es flipante, es flipante. Ahora mismo estás en un escenario que es totalmente... Es que es cojonudo.
Variety level 13. Rescue Meryl. The return of Ginola.
O sea, te está hablando de las misiones de realidad virtual, te está hablando de pasado.
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. I need scissors. 61.
Es que es una locura. Mirad lo que sale ahí arriba. Mirad lo que sale ahí arriba. Una japonesa. Es que es la polla.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Galluade, rescue the hostages, and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
Está hablando de misiones pasadas, está hablando de otros juegos. Está hablando como una inteligencia artificial. Pues va quedando más claro ahora. O sea, es que...
An anemone or clematis plant's juice can cause a rash. When pruning them, it's a good idea to wear gloves.
O sea, ¿qué tiene que ver lo que está diciendo? Vale, y aquí nos tenemos...
President Baker should be somewhere to the south of where you blasted through the wall. Hurry and save him before the terrorists discover his code.
Está hablando del primer Metal Gear, está hablando de Shadow Moses.
I was a North American fall webworm in my past life. Oh, those were the good old days. What were you in your former life?
Es que es increíble, es que no tiene sentido, es que te vuelves loco, o sea, te vuelve loco como jugador, porque también se dirige al jugador, no a Raiden solo.
Jack, it's me.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Yes, by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end, too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real. I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that? It's okay. You had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand. But I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying... I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose! What's going on?
Amazing how you walk around like that.
Snake!
Been waiting long?
Where's my gear?
Right over there. That's more like it. Everything you had when you were captured is still there. Sorry about earlier. I had to use you as bait to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about Olga?
You never asked. Not happy about that? Get over it.
Any effects of the virus yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
25?
Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
No way we can.
We can, because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
Why?
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of blades. Move the right stick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground. Move the stick in a circle to do a rotating cut. Push it forward to lunge and strike. You can guard with your blade if you have the L1 button pressed down. You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
Y ya sabéis de dónde empieza Raiden, cuáles son sus inicios, porque yo creo que le vieron el potencial que tenía, tanto Olga como Snake, para darle una espada, y por eso Olga se la quiso dar. Mirad cómo aporta la espada cuando se queda en una posición. Es que es la polla, es que es increíble. Es que es increíble. Vale.
Come on, time to go. If you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
You got enough?
Absolutely. Infinite ammo.
Wait up, Snake.
What?
Snake, have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit, just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder, not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future. You can stop being part of a mistake, starting now.
What am I? What am I supposed to do?
Find something to believe in, and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
Snake, Raiden.
Otacon, you all right?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Strange? How?
Just strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this Colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
Vale, ahora mismo nos acaban de pillar. Ahora os explico un poco de qué va a ir todo esto. Porque como habéis visto con Snake, lo que le ha dicho ahora Raiden, luchamos por el futuro. ¿Para qué? Para pasar a las siguientes generaciones lo que hay que pasarlas. O sea, dejar un legado, digamos. Estamos hablando del año 2000, o sea, va mucho más allá. Así que vamos a primero a pasar. ¿Dónde están?
Follow me. Don't fall behind.
Vale. Vale, vamos. Vamos. ¿No hay más? Vamos para adelante, Snake. Vamos. Vale. Vamos. Adelante. Vale, vamos a poner un poquito de vida. Vale, ¿dónde están? Vale, vamos para adelante. Vale.
Get in there. Right. Take the item.
Vale.
Get in there.
Vale. Vamos para adelante, Snake. Vamos. Van a bajar. ¡Ah, mierda! ¡Puta madre! ¿Sabéis qué voy a hacer, no? ¡Ah, mierda! ¡Vamos! ¡Ah! Bien, puta madre. ¡Vamos! ponernos la SOCOM. Vamos a guardárnosla. ¡Ah, mierda! Mierda, 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 mierda. Vamos. Puta madre.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Atentos a esto,
Inside Arsenal.
What?
Dentro del
I've checked
arsenal.
out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The kernel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The kernel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy.
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the kernel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden,
Snake, what's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Año 2001. Año 2001. La IA, año 2001. Ya es que no...
Raiden, they've got Rose.
What?
Rose is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Okay. Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
A ver, haciendo un parón aquí. Lo que quiero decir es... Este juego salió en el 2001. No estaba ni el internet en la mitad de las casas del mundo, pero ni en una parte pequeña. Este juego en 2001, tú en 2001 era muy difícil tener adelantado su época Snussix, por supuesto. Por supuesto, por eso en su momento no caló. Porque la gente estaba como... Esta paranoia que se está inventando Kojima. Este juego es pura historia de los videojuegos. Este juego salió en el 2001. Yo, mi primer ordenador, con el que tuve internet en mi casa, fue en el 2004. ¿Vale? 3 años después. Y hablo de Messenger, hablo de el inicio de internet como lo estamos... hasta el día de hoy. Pero las IAs, de lo que está hablando este hombre en este videojuego, de lo que se habla en Metal Gear Solid 2... ¿Vale? Que es de pasar de generación a generación, porque cada Metal Gear tiene su digamos, su significado. El primero es el ADN, el segundo es la información, el tercero es otro, no me acuerdo, ¿vale? Pero es increíble pensar que cuando salió este juego yo tenía 11 años y ahora tengo 34, ¿vale? Porque ya digo mi edad, tengo 34 años. Y han tenido que pasar tantos años para que este juego se reconozca tal y como es. Está hablando de IA, de inteligencia artificial, que a día de hoy, el año pasado fue cuando lo petó como lo está petando ahora, de crear mundos, de crear tal, de que hablas con una voz. Siri hace un par de años o 3 o 4 más atrás. Pero quiero deciros, es un adelantado a su tiempo. Kojima ha sido un adelantado a su tiempo. Este Metal Gear 2 es una puta obra maestra. Están manipulando ya no solo a Raiden, a mí como jugador, nos está manipulando a la persona que estamos. Porque no es algo real, dentro de que es un videojuego, no es algo real dentro del videojuego. Por eso esto es muy importante, hay que seguir atento a todo lo que vais a escuchar ahora y leer ahora, ¿vale? Así que vamos allá. ¡Vamos! ¡Mierda! Quedado sin munición. ¡Mierda! ¡Mierda! Joder. Tu puta madre. Vamos. Vamos. ¿Dónde están? ¿Dónde están? Mierda, ¿veis? ¿Veis? Vision Miles. Vision Miles te está haciendo creer que estás muerto. Y es mentira, estoy jugando en la pantalla pequeña. Y Vision Miles, ya no es Vision Pilot, ya es Vision Miles. Es acojonante. La estás jugando en un videojuego que está afectado por una IA, en la que se ha metido un virus. Es que es increíble. Es que es increíble, otra vez. Para hacerte fallar, porque el virus también está afectando a la realidad. Vale. Vale. Voy a ponerme la capa. Me he quedado sin munición también, me cago en la puta. Vale, stun. Mierda. Ah, mierda. Vale, vamos a poder utilizar. Vale. Vamos. Vamos a por ellos, vamos a por ellos, vamos a por ellos, vamos a por ellos. Espera un momentito. Tengo las dos. Vamos. Vale, ya está. Ya está, ya está, ya está, ya está.
Fortune. It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can. Starting with you, Solid Snake.
Damn! Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead. You want eternal rest? I've got it right here.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!
Totalmente, Snusix. Totalmente. Vamos a seguir viendo, que esto es puro cine, tío. Esto es increíble. Estamos ya en el final.
Jack, I've been watching how you fight. It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days. Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are you talking about?
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire Solid Snake's brother. S3 stands for Solid Snake Simulation. It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival, it was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute, split between life and death. You ran from it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real. No more games, Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now. I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
Y ahora aquí empieza una de las luchas más flipantes del juego, que vas a empezar a luchar contra uno y otro. ¿Verdad? Vamos, hay que dispararle en las piernas y en las bocas. Vale. Vamos. No, hay que tener mucho cuidado. Porque aquí... Vale, gracias. Vamos. Cuidado, hay que... Vale, aquí se ha ido. Vale, aquí se ha ido. Vale. Vienen más. Van a venir más. Vale, hay que coger. Vale, la ración. Hay que irse de aquí. Hay que coger el Stinger. Hay que hacer... Este es el modus operandi que hay que seguir con esta gente. Están jodidos. Vale. Vamos, siguiente. Van a aparecer más. Vale. Vamos, hijo de puta. Vamos. Siguiente. No dejan de venir, Vale. Vamos. Ahí está. Vale. No, mierda. Vamos, fuera. Joder, no dejan de venir, tío. Vamos, no. Vamos. Siguiente. Ah, no dejan de venir. No dejan de venir. No dejan de venir. Hijo de puta. Vamos, bien. Vamos. Vamos.
Decided to show yourself.
Olga, don't do this! They'll know!
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family. I know I'm going to help, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
Olga!
Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it?
GW, it's out of control.
What?
Cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Stupid machines! still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Snake?
Bring him in.
Ahora mismo voy a guardar partida, claro que sí, pero vamos a seguir porque ya estamos en el final. Ahora mismo lo que ha pasado es que la IA se ha vuelto loca. Han intentado matar a Solidus porque también están metidos los Patriots, que es lo que estamos hablando, de que constantemente hemos estado hablando con una IA, con una inteligencia artificial. Raiden no está hablando con el coronel de verdad y Rose tampoco es la de verdad. Han estado manipulándolo. ¿Y qué es lo que ha dicho antes este hombre? Solidus. El programa S3 es el programa Solid Snake. Es crear al guerrero perfecto, todo basado en lo que pasó en Shadow Moses. Pero de todas formas también ahora van a seguir soltando cosas. Así que atentos, ¿vale? Vamos para allá. Vamos a guardar. Y vamos para allá. Vamos a seguir.
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son!
Me cago en la madre que me parió, tío. Queda toda la vida.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Puta madre.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Foxdie. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the President, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxdie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people, a sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel would provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project? How could...
You're no Lady Luck, You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your dead cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No!
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
How's this then? Damn.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Everybody down!
What the? Impossible!
She is Lady Luck.
daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family again.
Damn! Try this instead. No! No! No, not now! Brothers! Liquid! I've been waiting for this!
It can't be.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all... I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss. Time to say goodbye!
Damn.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Liquid! Stop this thing!
Hey, Snake! You coming?
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you?
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best. And you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul-searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for Solid Snake Simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to...
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe...
Damn! It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents. I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop. Your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you. What? The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they've formed.
Después de estos 20 minutazos de explicación, ¿vale? Solo me queda deciros una cosa, y es que, como bien he dicho, voy a terminar hoy. Quiero que se intente interpretar como es. Susik, que tú, encima veo que tú no conoces muy bien la historia, como es real, es increíble. Entonces, ahí está, vale, perfecto, ya está bien. Que digo, Susik, que tú conoces la historia bien igual que yo. Voy a terminarlo hoy, pero voy a guardar partida y me pondré dentro de un rato ya para terminarlo completamente, ¿vale? Porque tengo que hacer unas cosillas. Entonces, dentro de un rato avisaré, pero la terminaré hoy, por supuesto, porque ya estamos en esta pelea final, que es la pelea final y se acaba. Pero voy a intentar hacer todo el corte de la conversación por codec, porque vuelvo a repetir, 2001. Lo que este juego intenta explicar, lo que este juego explica, lo que este juego dice, lo que es la idea de Metal Gear Solid 2 es increíble, nada más. Así que voy a guardar partida, voy a llamar a la que no es Rose.
Jack, are you okay? How's your murdering going?
Fíjate, tiene los ojos en blanco, ¿os habéis fijado? Tiene los ojos en blanco. Es que da mal rollo, es que da muy... Es que es increíble, es que es increíble, es que es increíble. Vale, así que nos vemos en un rato. Nos vemos...
Be strong. Whatever happens, don't forget that my life's at stake too. Try to do something for me for a change.
Es que es increíble cómo le echan cara, cómo juegan con los sentimientos de Raiden, cómo juegan con esa manipulación que han conseguido hacer, cómo juegan con esa IA que existe actualmente y que no existía en el 2001. Como hemos hablado, Kojima se adelantó muchísimos años a lo que es 2024. Y que han pasado 23 años de este juego. Es que es increíble. 23 años. Yo no puedo decir otra cosa que flipar y alucinar y quitar el sombrero ante este hombre. Y que Metal Gear Solid 2 es un puto 10. Así que nada, nos vemos dentro de un rato, ¿vale? Voy a ir avisándolo. Y vemos el final, porque es que es muy intenso y muy profundo. Y es que vale la pena que se hagan 2 veces, ¿vale? Así que nos vemos ahora, en un ratito. Vuelvo con el final de Metal Gear Solid 2. Snowsix, estate atento. Cuídate. Chao.